Hey, welcome everybody. This is seminar 3, and I wanted to take a couple of minutes just to tell you a little bit about what's going to go on in this particular seminar. We got 3 more chapters of material to cover. I'm going to focus on financial management, on some consumer buying strategies, and then focus specifically on things like large purchases like buying a house. And when we're talking about buying on the consumer side of things, we also have to consider things like renting or leasing or whatever. So when we're talking about a car, you have an option of buying a car. There's pros and cons to that, as well as leasing a car, and there are pros and cons to that. Same thing with where you're going to live. You can rent an apartment, you can rent a house, you can rent a townhouse, and you can also buy things. You can buy a house or a condo or some of those types of places to live. And all of them have advantages and disadvantages. There's other things to consider, like that we talked about last week, things like your credit. And if you have established a nice credit score and so forth because you've borrowed things before or have used credit cards, in this day and age, life will be a little bit easier for you to qualify for a mortgage. And if not, or you don't have good credit, you might find that renting is the only thing that you can do, but you might even struggle in that area. A lot of people don't understand that there are a lot of things that go into determining whether or not somebody is going to rent to you, things like credit score and so forth, but you can also deal with things like insurance. So a lot of times car insurance and how that works and information that they're going to have is actually things that can be tapped into by somebody who's going to rent to you. So there's a lot of different features of things that can enter into that situation. So also we're going to work on the next part of our personal financial plan, our part 3, which was actually assigned to you. You're going to turn in part 2 in seminar 3. So part 2 was assigned last week and it's going to be due Wednesday of this week. And then part 3 of the financial plan gets assigned this week and you turn it in Wednesday of seminar 4. So you always have an entire seminar week to get that work in. So what you're staring at here on the screen is actually that next part, that part 3. That's what's due next week. So in order to figure out what's due this week, you need to go back to seminar 2 and that'll tell you what's due this week. All right, guys, look forward to having the discussion in the board, and have any questions, let me know. Thanks.